I get it. Do you get it?
I have gotten it
so
thoroughly over the last couple of seasons, Doa.
We have, haven't we?
All right, Mono looks like he will be trying out the Symmetra here on Numbani.
Yeah, no big surprise there. It's a pick that the Afreeca organization has always really enjoyed using. I know especially their coach Tyrong loves the Symmetra. Played it himself at the BlizzCon World Cup, actually.
Absolutely did. Well, with this composition, though, when you're going to opt for the Reinhardt and the Zarya and the Soldier on defense, just putting some turrets up.
No, I mean, look at the roster, actually. We've got Eamon on the Ana, and we've got Arhan on the Lucio right now.
Yeah, that is quite interesting.
So they may actually be running triple support. I'd be pretty surprised. They could change it. There's still time for Arhan to swap, but...
Yeah, there we go, Genji. I was going to say,
yeah, it's
yeah, this composition still lacks a lot of verticality, so it's going to be about really defending these choke points very effectively. But the problem you're going to run in here if you're Afreeca, let's say Cloud9 is going to go for a very big dive composition, and look at what they're doing. Hey!
It's a big dive composition with Pharmacy in there, too.
Yeah, the Soldier at least is good against that. This would be worse for Afreeca if it was, say, like, you know, Winston, Genji. Got some turrets being killed right there because they can't reposition very quickly or effectively.
Wow. Sure for I really that was another turret going down, but it looked like a kill. They're tricking us with this UI, man.
Absolutely.
Either way, Recry on the run. There's another turret going down. Don't worry, it's not an actual person yet.
Yeah, but Rib already got two.
I was going to say, Rib got a couple
This is the
people.
problem. They can't reposition quickly against a dive composition because they don't have the same level of mobility. That's why you frequently see defenses on Numbani with heroes like Winston on defense, because if you don't and you take this sort of coin flip as to what they're going to run, a smart team like we're seeing Cloud9 do will just dive you on the opposite side of the point. They're going to have a numbers advantage and you just can't do anything about it. Basically, it was a 3v2 on the high ground with Winston, D.Va, and Genji in the face of the Soldier and the Ana, and it's very difficult to win that. But Cloud9 really gets a good read on that situation, instantly recognizes where they're going to have that edge, takes the high ground in a very quick cap.
Yep. Sure for still on that Pharah. Adam's got the Resurrect ready to go.
This is a great map for this long-range Pharah spam, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's very annoying to deal with. Soldier just can't deal efficient damage at this range, especially with Adam on the Mercy there, healing him up.
I mean, all you're doing is giving Mercy ult charge if she doesn't have it already. I mean, I guess you're getting ult charge as Soldier too, but yeah, then you got to worry about the Winston dive.
Yeah, they're making
the Pharah.
Yeah, Cloud9 is making a lot of space right now. This composition is extremely good at that, and they're going to try and go in. Arhan reflecting a couple of rockets.
Yeah, Rolf gets a kill already somehow, and Cloud9 just not deterred. Surefour getting very aggressive there. Rez coming in on the C9 side.
Yeah, just a small res, but
just keeping everybody up.
Make sure that you can continue snowballing these fights. And here comes a Nano Visor, but there is nobody to shoot. Positioning really good right there from the Pharah, and the Mercy falling behind the column. Eventually will de-suit the D.Va and take out Rib. So at least got something, but it wasn't what he was looking for.
Yeah, they dealt with the tanks primarily, and Cloud9 was pushed back. So successful fight for Afreeca Blue.
Yeah, Genji did get into the back line eventually and clean up those kills, so worked out in the end. And Surefour going to make that switch to the Zarya right now. No longer interested in playing that Pharah. Needs a little bit more protection for his back line. They know the Dragon Blade is up right now, so having those Zarya shields is going to be very important if they want to shut it down.
Not a bad idea. Oh, fails the jump, but he's going to run right in anyway. Go for the Graviton Surge. Arhan with the Dragon Blade. Looking for the kills, gets one. Oh, gets taken out before he can get any more, and Cloud9 turning this fight on its head.
Yeah, Mono actually held on to his sound barrier right there on the engage, so Arhan left all by himself. Again, overextending a bit, but the Graviton Surge itself wasn't great, only catching the Roadhog.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is it's been a hallmark of Afreeca Blue to have Arhan and Adam overextend. And, you know, we're seeing a little bit more of that already on the defense here. And the problem is with Afreeca Blue recently, when they've had these defensive fight losses, it takes them a lot longer to get set up again than some other teams. They're going to go in now, though. Looks like the Tac Visor coming in. Kills for Recry, maybe. Oh, he gets one. Rolf somehow gets taken out before the hook. Saves everyone else on the team. Arhan over on that Reaper now. Surefour's got him cornered, though. Rib going to charge over to try to get in position for a better shield. Arhan just trying to take advantage of the number of tanks, but it is not working out too well yet.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't agree with the Reaper switch right here. It's not going to accomplish very much for him.
Yeah.
It's basically going to give Zarya a charge. We saw Envy attempting to run that Reaper, and Reaper not terribly strong. I don't think in the current meta, unless you're against a very specific composition, something like, there's an enemy Winston and there's a Roadhog on the enemy team.
I mean, there's still reasons. Like, I think Reaper can be okay on Hollywood attack sometimes and stuff like that, but his usefulness is very limited right now. Mendo, though, finds some usefulness in the attack visor. That is not a bad ult to get some results from. 2 already, and Cloud9 continues to roll forward here.
Yeah, his positioning great right now to really mess with the backline.
Oh, nice.
Awesome Helix Rocket to finish off the kill, and Mendo with a huge flank.
Wow, that was all Mendo at the end there. Gets Cloud9 the 3 points, and that is a pretty resounding success on Nimbani.
Yeah, barely held up at all, only in the Streets phase before point 2, and only then briefly. Smart hero swaps to deal with the composition coming out of Afreeca Blue, and they will end the map with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, so a large amount of time left in the bank.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Afreeca Blue, you're definitely feeling the pressure right now, because as good as they looked on Control, and they do look good on Control because there is a lot of good brawling talent on this team, when it comes to anything with a payload, it really seems like these guys really struggle with both sides of the match, attack and defense.
Yeah. I don't know. Afreeca, that was a pretty underwhelming performance by them for sure.
Yep.
And Cloud9, we'll see if they are also going to try out the Symmetra on this point. Torbjorn is something we have seen on the defense previously.
I don't want to sound too harsh on Afreeca Blue, but I feel like we're just seeing more of what we've gotten used to from this team, and what they're doing worked last season, but it seems like the scene has sort of surpassed them, right? That they haven't been able to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, them and BK Stars are the teams that really seem to have fallen the furthest behind when it comes to matching the improved coordination of other teams here in Apex. And
happy gods.
And there we go. So
right,
we're going to be placing that turret behind the flower pot there on the stairs. Very good protection.
Yeah, going to just go with that single support with Rolf on the Ana. They do have, of course, a self-healing from Mendo 76. Gods on the Roadhog. Ana, well, really pretty much everybody either self-heals, has shields, or gives you armor.
Yeah, and they've got Rib on the Winston, too. You're probably assuming that Arhan is going to be playing Genji, and you need to reposition just to deal with that Genji if he gets on top of your DPS. But for now, it looks like it's going to be a Reaper, in fact, along with Pharah and Mercy here for Afreeca Blue.
Yeah, glad to see Recry back on this Pharah. He's shown us a lot of good stuff on this in the past. And yeah, but sneaking into the second floor here. Now they're going in pretty aggressively. Coming in from the side, Recry looking for that turret. He knew it was going to be there. Nice knockoff onto Adam. Great play on that Pharah. That was exactly what they needed, and this is a pretty dominating fight already from Afreeca Blue. Man, I feel like they just read Cloud9 like a book.
And Arhan gets the flank in right here onto these tanks. Very good attack from Afreeca Blue.
Forget everything I just said, man. That was, I mean, we'll see how they do with the payload, but that is a fantastic start for Afreeca Blue. Clean.
Very clean indeed. You saw Adam, as soon as Arhan rushed the top there, he was on that Winston. He knew he was going to die in a couple of shots. Yeah. So he had to retreat back to the opposite side of the point, but that really opened up Pharah to get in position, hit that awesome concussive blast, deal with the turret immediately.
You know, we talk about Afreeca Blue's coordination, and for good reason, but I gotta say, that was one of the best executed attacks I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, they played around the Reaper really well. So credit to them, making me look dumb for talking about Reaper previously, because that was a well-executed Reaper attack for sure.
I think he is good on attack on some maps. I question his ability on defense unless there's a very specific count, but I think the attack is decent.
It was also a mind game, right? Because you pick the Winston because you don't think the Reaper is going to be there. Otherwise, you take...
Goodbye, Arhan.
Yeah, otherwise you take potentially the Reinhardt, of course. But in that instance, ended up working really well because the Winston was there, forced the Winston to reposition.
Yeah.
And then they opened up everything for themselves.
God's making a couple plays on the Roadhog there. Ults, though, for Afreeca Blue.
Yeah, looking good. It's hard to use that Death Blossom without instantly dying, so we'll see if Arhan can be sneaky with it.
Yeah, Recry's got that barrage too, so they have some pretty big AoE ultimates to work with. Attack visor used by Mendo.
Mendo actually died to the barrage there from the flank, and there you go. Gets it sneaky, but the res going to also come in now. Mono manages to hit it, gets that Reinhardt back up, so this should be a pretty solid push.
Yeah. It's looking nice. Mano just keeping people up.
Was a pretty large commitment. You know, having to use 3 ults right there to push on towards the second point here, and Recry trying to make some more advanced plays just to make sure that they can get this payload all the way to the checkpoint unencumbered.
Yep. Dongyun lurking on top there, waiting for the attack going in. Saw the Reinhardt come in and threw that Graviton Surge immediately. Gonna go ahead and fire with the left click. They used the sound barrier there to keep this payload moving. Godso has a different idea. He doesn't want to go anyway. Arhan goes down already. Whole hog now targeting the Mercy. Well, targeting whatever he can find anyway. This is the grab. And they've stopped the payload for the moment though.
I gotta say, Doa, I have not been the biggest fan of Dongyun's Graviton Surges so far this series. That was like a blind Graviton that only caught Surefour.
I mean, they seem very, I would say, optimistic.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe his Graviton Surges.
He's just like only catching 1 or 2 people
Yeah.
most of the time, and that means that you're just not getting very good efficiency or even combo ability.
He's trying to be a little bit too fancy.
Yes. I mean, the idea was good, but he just didn't execute it well.
Yeah.
And executed it against the wrong target. Thought there would be more people there, but went about everything a little bit too quickly, and they're going to be stalled out here. They haven't even taken that second point yet.
Here we go. Oh, barrage.
Nice.
Nice Helix rocket to finish that one off. That barrage didn't do a whole lot. Mendo now chasing the supports through the hallway. That is terrifying. Arhan with the duel. He's going to win it, but not before Cloud9 has a pretty successful fight here.
I mean, the damage already done, right?
Yep.
And even
nice
Surefour
right click.
lands that right click right as he comes out of Wraith form. Can they split spawn Dongyun? The answer is yes, as
Speaking
Gods
of right
will
clicks.
hit his own right click.
Yeah.
So Afreeca Blue, Recry is going to switch to Widowmaker as the payload rolls backwards.
Okay, this might pay off. Recry has had a lot of success on Widowmaker in the past. He's definitely a good player at that hero.
Just gonna,
Shots.
spamming shield right now, but it's going to be a bit slow going unless they can really commit the Reaper to it. He's still just trying to find angles right now.
Yeah, meanwhile, Arhan, no angles needed when you Reaper going at that Death Blossom, but he dies immediately to Mendo. That tends to happen. C9's going to stop this push.
Well, he didn't have any help from his backline because they were
Nope.
all earth-shattered right there.
Oh.
And Recry was not quite in position, and now Recry is a corpse.
Yep. When I was a girl, I was afraid of Roadhog hooks.
Well, she probably still is afraid of Roadhog hooks.
I suppose. Yeah, well, she's still a girl, too. Scientifically speaking. So is a proper statement in all regards. Only facts. Only facts here on the cast.
That's what we specialize in.
That's
Facts,
right.
not alternative facts.
Real facts. Believe it all. All right, Graviton Surges coming in, and there's a big Earth Shatter for the follow-up, and Afreeca Blue finally winning this fight. Now that payload's going to start moving a little bit. In a moment. There we go.
Well, finally
There we
hitting
go.
some shots on the Widowmaker with a proper engage, dumping the Graviton and the
Shots.
Earth Shatter in. So they get it all the way to point 2, but Cloud9, man, did they buy a lot of time. The Widowmaker's still going to be
Yeah.
used right here as members of Cloud9 start to file in for a defense on the final point. Only 2 minutes left.
Unless the payload teleports the rest of the way, I mean, that's still going to be a big time bank advantage for Cloud9, even if Afreeca Blue finishes.
Yeah, they at least have a couple solid ultimates to work with right now. Cloud9 did exhaust their pool of ultimates on that defense.
Mendo's really close to the Soldier ultimate, though. Oh, wow. Shield just at the last second. Arhan has to retreat really low. Gets the heal just in time, though. Meanwhile, Adam, for Afreeca Blue, in the face of Rib, gets a kill there, but Mendo coming in with that tac visor, and they're going to pair it with the... no, they actually did not pair it with the Sound Bearer. That was Afreeca Blue, but it didn't help too much.
Nope, didn't. They did have a nano boost, though, so they had to use those 2 ults that they got up instantaneously. But the crowd control is starting to be there for Cloud9, and Afreeca may have wanted to get this all the way to the end a little bit faster because it's going to be very difficult with a combination of a whole hog, a Graviton Surge, and a sound barrier to push it in the last minute.
Yeah, at this point, it's going to be hard to just finish in general.
Yeah.
Dongyun's going to need a good ult.
He's going to have an epic ult right here, and
Yeah.
he's looking for it. They know exactly where he is, though, making no bones about it. He's going to hop in.
All right, yeah, putting it right on top. There's the sound barrier immediately from Cloud9, though. They survived the ultimate. Where's the follow-up? Arhan gets pinned by Rib. Cloud9 with a good fight so far, and yeah, that's going to be the end of that one.
Just saved that game. Their last hope, Afreeca Blue, was to combo the whole hog in conjunction with the Graviton Surge. And Cloud9, they sit there. The Earth Shatter is up for Rib. It drops it in order to CC the Roadhog, and that's it. So, very nicely done. Follows up with the charge, takes out the Roadhog.
And one wonders how Afreeca Blue is going to complete this one. It's going to be pretty tough.
It's going to be very tough with only 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah. They got to go. Mendo, though, he's got the attack visor, he's got the nano boost ready to go, and that is going to mean that Afreeca Blue, I think, is going to be stopped right here, right now.
2 down, 3 down already, and they're just waiting out Arhan's breather, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, that's right. A couple members of Afreeca Blue left. Attack visor for Recry. It's no kills with it, though. Yeah, Gods gets that one, and there's the overtime. So Cloud9 will win Numbani and tie this series up.
Yeah, pretty convincingly, too. Yeah, they lost that first point very quickly, but how much time they dragged out during the second phase before point 2, really well done.
Yeah.
And then made point 3, short and sweet.
Yeah, Mendo really had a lot of hero moments on that Soldier 76 that time.
Yeah, so we're going to go into Assault now after the break, and another chance for Afreeca to play on a game mode that has traditionally favored them.
Yeah. I mean, this hasn't been an ultra one-sided match. Afreeca Blue doing pretty well on Numbani, almost getting the payload all the way to the end, but defense didn't look too hot.
No, their defense folded very fast across all stages.
Folded faster than Sureforce Fan.
Is that right?
I would think so.
Can he fold it fast?
Pretty fast. I mean, anyone can fold those fans fast. You just got to squeeze your hand and it just closes.